Remember 2 years ago when people were dumping ice water on their heads and then encouraging their friends to do the same? And the whole thing was a publicity stunt in order to raise money and awareness for ALS, aka Lou Gehrig's disease. You may also remember that at the time, a lot of people were very grumpy about the Ice Bucket Challenge, accusing the people who were doing it of slacktivism. I made a video about it, defending the challenge, and also pointing out that those people really had no scientific evidence for their claims that people participating in the challenge weren't really helping to raise money for ALS. Now, several news outlets are reporting on a press release done by the ALS Association claiming that money from the Ice Bucket Challenge has funded a significant gene discovery in ALS research. And those news outlets are reporting on this as a significant breakthrough. So this is the point where I brag about how I was right and you were wrong, and then we go on our merry way, right? No. Being skeptical is so annoying sometimes. Because it turns out that the Ice Bucket Challenge didn't fund a significant breakthrough in ALS research, and reporting on it that way may cause more harm than good. I know, I'm such a contrarian. I assure you that I still believe that the challenge was a great idea from a marketing perspective, and also a really fun way for people to get involved and raise money for an important cause. I have a number of friends who have died from ALS, and it's a horrific disease that we need to treat. And the ALS Association has funded significant research, and it's great that they continue to do this. And overall, I think they do wonderful work. Until, that is, their latest press release, which has been completely overblown. Yes, the ALS Association did use money from the Ice Bucket Challenge to fund significant research looking at ALS. But this research was looking at one specific gene that was already identified as being possibly related to ALS. What these researchers found was that it most likely is related to ALS, but only 3% of all cases. The research is important, it's foundational, but it is not in any way a breakthrough. This only involves 3% of all ALS cases, and it doesn't even begin to look into treatment options for those 3% of cases. Touting this as a huge breakthrough may have negative consequences. Some people have already come away from this thinking that ALS is as good as eradicated. Other people will come away from it thinking that you can easily crowdfund enough money to solve a disease in a year or two. But to paraphrase Dr. Ben Goldacre, I think you'll find that it's a bit more complicated than that. Identifying a single gene is never the answer to solving a terrible disease. In order to actually treat and eradicate diseases, we need a huge amount of science done. And to do that, we need our government to consistently value and fund all avenues of scientific research. Not just people who happen to get caught up in a social media meme and throw a bit of money at something and then forget about it. So if you really want to help end ALS, then yes, donate to good organizations that fund good research like the ALS Association. But more importantly, make sure that you are voting for politicians at every level who understand and value science. If you live in the US, you're going to get your chance very soon. Please don't fuck it up.